United States has carried out 2 airstrikes in Syria against Iran and its aligned groups in the latest response to a series of attacks against American forces in Syria and in Iraq. U.S. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin has stated, and I quote, "The President has no higher priority than the safety of U.S. personnel, and he directed this action to make clear that the United States will defend itself, its personnel and its interests." The strikes targeted a camp run by pro-Iranian in an area west of Albu Kamal in Deir al-Zor province. The other strike was near a bridge close to the city of Mayadeen near the Iraqi border and a stronghold of pro-Iranian groups. Of course, with us on the broadcast is defense expert, Group Captain UK Devnath. Good morning, sir, and thank you for joining us on NewsX. US has once again carried out airstrikes in Syria, this time, of course, against Iranian proxies that are operating in the region. Do you think the conflict and the tensions could sort of escalate into a wider conflict at the moment, especially since Iranian-based proxies are, of course, operating in the region?
Oh yes, U.S. forces are operating from Iraq and Syria at present. U.S. government is deploying a large number of troops on ground and also air force in support of Iraq government, which needs some help from U.S. forces, because in Iraq many insurgent groups are operating in northeast part of Iraq. Similarly, in Syria, for last 12 years there is a internal skirmish which is going on. Government of Bashar al-Assad is fighting for survival against the rebels. Rebels have occupied almost half the Syrian territories, especially now US also has deployed its forces, about 900 troops supported by air power in northeast of Syria to crush what it calls jihadis operating from Syria. So these jihadi groups, they are trying to act in support of government of Bashar al-Assad in Damascus, but they are opposed by another rebel groups which are supported by some of these groups are fighting for Kurdistan in northeast Syria. So now that there is a war between Hamas and Israel, these small jihadi groups who are in Syria, who are in North Iraq, and who are supported and provided weapons by Iran, are now raising small skirmishes, carrying out small attacks on U.S. forces in Iraq and Syria. So the situation on ground is very complex. Many of these rebel groups who are supported by Iran, that is Iranian Revolutionary Guards, are also supporting Hezbollah. And they feel that since Hamas and Hezbollah are fighting with Israel, which they feel Israel is a proxy of USA, so they feel justified that they should attack US targets in Syria and in Iraq. The US Air Force and US Army are carrying out regular operations to limit the influence of these rebel jihadi groups. Sometimes they succeed, but very often civilian casualties are also taking place. US government has clarified that it will continue to extend full military support to the government in Iraq. Iraq government needs this support from USA because Iraq government, its own army and police are not fully capable of controlling these rebel groups operating from north and northeast of Iraq.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.